Welcome once again. I'm the database guy. We're now in our 10th video. Wow. On forms, which is presentation number 7. That is the forms we're in. It's a lot. It's going to get even longer when we come into the VBA code portion of this. Let's look at our database. We're going to run some polish on this. And hang on a minute. Let me close it down and open it back up. There we go. Something happened to our little form over here. Anyway. First thing we're going to do before we start adding in some controls here is to look at our flow. And I'm using something called Miro flow. So we're going to have a process here of, we're going to add this one in and add book. And we're a little bit small here, so let's blow it up. Better. So add book is one of our processes, and let's see here. We're going to want to change this to, let's add a decision point in here. Right. So what we want to do here is, let's blow it up a little bit more. Nope, not that way. All right. And so here, is all data present. All data present. Okay, so after we add the book information is all data present. If we have a yes, and we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to bring in, let's see. Let's see. If it's a yes, then we're going to check author data, right? And while we're here, let's put a yes here, if I can get this right. Let's see if we can increase that size. And so that's our yes. Then we're going to check the author data. If we have a no, that's always a possibility. Then we're going to, and that's what we're going to have here, we're going to copy this. And this is going to, no, right? In our decision tree. Then what we're going to do is we're going to alert user, alert the user, and exit the process. In other words, we're not going to allow the user to move forward and bring us back into a loop, right? So and this is one of the things we're going to ensure about that, okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing here. Let's see. all data present. And again, should we get a no, right? It's going to alert the user and exit the process. If it goes to a yes, by the way, Miro's free for some of your use. Then it's going to, in here, tell us to ask user. Well, actually, we have to have another decision tree here. Well, let's all right, and this is confirm add book / author. Author is her, right? So again, whoops, hang on a minute. Get rid of that. So again, with the no, the user says no. Oops, darn it. We're going to put up here user confirms. So see if we can just bring this down here. Oh, I see. I have this one not in the right spot. There we go. So the user confirms add author books. If the user says no, we alert the user in some fashion, say, hey, you're not going to add them. Do you want to delete them? And that could come from here, by the way. And we'll do this as a decision process here. Ask user to delete data. Let's do it that way. And we'll come over here. And if the user says something like no, user says no, we'll be back at this whole add book process. If the user says yes, by the way, Miro is really cool to work with. If you ever have to want to use it, I suggest you do. I'm not plugging it. And so here, delete data. And of course, requery our form. So we're back to square one. We're actually back to it because, and this is what will happen. We'll go back to square one on this because what's going to happen is we delete the data and now we're back to adding a book potentially in this flow, but we can leave this out. We don't need this. So we add a book. Is all data present? Actually, we should say all book data. Let's make this really specific. If the answer is no, Then we alert the user and go back to the add book. Okay. Um, and then we're going to, well, actually, we're not going to do this. We're going to take this one out. Okay, we're going to alert the user. It says, look, we don't have all data. You want to continue. If you say yes, you say no. Do you want to continue? No. That's what we should do on this one here. And well, actually, no. Alerts the user and exit. Basically, no, you're not going to ask. There's no decision tree on this one at all. I take that back. So if we don't have all data present, we're going to say to the user, hey, we don't have all your data. We're going to then ask the user, do you want to delete the data? If the user says no, we're going to come back here to where we are. If the user says yes, it's going to delete the data. This is fine. Now, if all data is present, we're going to check all author data is present. And if the answer is no there, we're going to alert the user once again, hey, not all your data is present. Do you want to delete the data? If the user says no, we're back where we are here. We complete our adding of our book. Otherwise, we delete our data. And then over here, if all data is present, and this is a yes, we didn't add the yes in there. Let's get that in there. Then user confirms to add book author. And we have the no. It says I don't want to add them, so it's alerting the user, hey, do you want to delete the data? Okay, and it's a different alert. It's going to be, hey, data's there, but you don't want to continue with it. And then if it's a yes on this one here, our last little stage here is, get it in here, is append data, right? Delete data from the temp requery. Requery. Hang on a minute. Right. So now the alert here and the alert here for the books and the author data is the same. The alert here can be considered the same as well. All data is present, but you're saying, hey, you sure you want to exit this process? If it's no, you're going to go back to the process. If it's yes, whoops, hang on a second. Here we go. Forgot the yes over here. If it's yes, we are going to delete the data. So this is the add process. Now, one other thing about this process is this is outlining the decision making within it. But what about the form controls within it? So for that one, do you want to add a book? Yes. Where do you start that process from? Do you want to add an author? Yes or no? That's a whole nother one. Well, let's look at that one. I'm going to move this up a little bit, and we're going to, actually what we're going to do here is copy the whole thing. Place it down here right below it. And we're going to blow it up and come down here. So, do you want to add a new book? If it is yes, okay. Say no, alerts the user and exits. You're not going to add it. Here, um, this will be, well, actually, let's get rid of this and this and this. We don't have a decision tree here in this bottom portion. But if it's user says no, alerts the user, exits the process, and then that's going to come back up to here to our add a book. So in other words, we're going to be clicking a button. We're going to say here alerts user actually, let's do it this way. And oh boy, I didn't spell this one right, did I? Let's go back up to the top one there. Oh, maybe I deleted. Okay. Do you want to add a new book? And this is the add book icon, right? Or the button. We're going to call this the button. So you're going to click the add icon button, cancel slash confirm up here, and add book button disabled. And that's what will happen. So in other words, you will be in the add book, right? In the add book process, right, of what you're doing there. And then it'll ask you, do you want to add a new button? No. Alert user. Enable add book button. And cancel slash confirm disappear. Yeah. And let's make this larger. There we go. So let's move it over too. So there we go. So here's what happens. Our add book button, and we're going to see if we can bold this. Let's see if we could Control B. Will it work? Yes, it will. The add book button is here. We click it, cancel, confirm, appear, and the add book button is disabled. And it will ask us, do you want to add a new book? If you say no, all right, then the alert user, it will alert the user on this one. Actually, we don't even, well, we can leave that. It'll alert the user to tell the user you've canceled the process. You will enable the add book button back. Let's make it larger. And then it'll cancel and confirm buttons will disappear, and we'll go back to the beginning of the process. If we have a yes under here, this is the question now to ask. This is going to be based upon your business requirements usually. All right, could be a whole host of things. We're going to blow this up a little bit and move it up. All right, so the question is going to be, do you want to just have the Whoa, what happened? Okay. All right. Seem to want to give me this thing straight, but let's see if we can blow it up a little bit more. Yeah. All right. So the question is going to be here, what happens next? Book and author data, uh, appended, requery, query to be visible. Queried, not queries. To be visible. See if I got that spelled right. Yeah. Data appended. Let's see. Do I have requeried right? No. All right, we're going to leave that. We're just going to ignore it. Um, requeried to be visible. So your process in your database, depending upon your user requirements, is going to be, do I want just my book information to be present? Now up here in the top here, I'm looking at all of it, both book data and author data. So I want to see all of it here. And then, um, then we're going to have here edit / add data. On the no side, it will warn the user. On the yes side, confirms add book authors, right? No goes away. Yes appends the data. And requeries. And also, by the way, let's see, we're going to say here too, we're going to tie this one, whoops, sorry. We're going to tie this one into here as well. Oh boy. Because what we're going to say here is once it appends the data and requeries, it's going to then enable the add book button again, cancel and confirm, and alert the user. So we have two different flows here. The one flow here is the validation or the check of data and so on. The other one here is the actual workflow. And let's just put this here. Now you notice we don't have an we should say actually add book / author. Add book and authors, right? Because we're doing both here. The big deal on this one here is, do you want to just add a book and then add the author later? And that becomes tricky. I think in a business requirement, not something you want to do, right? Anyway, so here, cancel, confirm, appear, your add book button is disabled, all right? Do you want to add a new book? If you say no, you alert the user, sorry, you're exiting the process. Enable the add book back. Make the other two buttons disappear. If you say yes, book and author data will appear, right? You'll then add or edit the data. Well, the no on this one here actually can't happen because once you're in that um, no, which should really be a cancel. So that's the cancel button. That's that no, right? And the same here. User confirms that they want to add it. No, or this is a cancel button. So in either case, whether you cancel the process, which you could do, or whether you select no if you want to add that data, it'll do the same thing, append, and then the process after that, which over here is to then enable this add book button back and so on. Let's go back to our database. Right now we need 3 buttons. We're going to go to design view. And we're going to base that off of this flow. So, and again, the 2 of them, one of them is the process to validate the data, and the other one is the process for which the interface works. So we come back here, and we're going to go to our form design, and if we look down here, our wizard is there, okay? We're going to add a button, and let's see. So here, a wizard will come up, and right now we don't need to specify what it is. We're going to cancel. Um, this one here, add book and authors. And what we can do here, just to make life a little bit simpler, what I find, is to make it a larger key this way. I'm going to go up and over, bring it into the corner, give it a nice little, all right, now, we're going to then go to our format here, arrange format, let's see, there we go. So our shape fill here, if we wanted to do something solid, we could. But let's see the effects. So one of the effects we're going to use here is not shadow. You can shadow a key. We're going to bevel the key. We're going to do it sort of this way, make it look beveled, and you can see that change. We're also going to select the text here, go to home. We're going to drop this to maybe an Arial 10, and we're going to go home again, and we're going to see if we can bold it, italicize it. Well, I don't like italicizing it or bolding it. You know, we can leave it without that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at a color change here. Um, and let's see. Go to properties on the key just to show you on the button, that is, the colors that we have. The hover, the press, the 4. So right now our back style is normal. Our border style is accent 1 lighter. Our border color, let's see. Right now we have a shaded border color. So let's see. Let's go to format here. Shape effects, shape outline, and shape fill. Oh, we're in gradient. So we're in a gradient kind of a thing here. So let's pick a greenish. Well, that's too green of a color. Let's go a little lighter and let us go. Or actually, let's go a little darker. And let's go with a gradient. And let's see. We can try the first one. Okay, let us, not sure I care for that green. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's a shape outline. We don't want that. We want the, okay. All right, let's go to the shape fill. That's where our gradient will be. Let's try our green color here. And better. Okay. So the green button being, hey, go for it. You're going to allowed us to add the books or the authors. Let's see how the colors look. I'm not good with aesthetics, all right? It is not connected to anything. Um, and maybe we'll leave it at the original one. I don't want to put colors on here that, let's see. Uh-oh, we just shut down for some reason on the database. Let's go back into it. All right, so we've got to do this all over again. I don't know what happened. Let's do a compact and repair just to be on the safe side. All right, could be some just glitch. So we're going to do this button again. And the green I don't care for anyway. Oh, there we go. Cancel that. So we're going to say add book slash and author. All right. We'll make it wider. And what we'll do here is so here we go. Well, let's not put the and in there. Add book slash. Uh, there we go. All right. And we'll go to our format again here. Our shape effects, we're going to bevel like that. Um, and let's see, what is our color on this? Just curious. Text 2 lighter 90. All right. All right. So let's come into here. Um, oh. Uh, so we want text 2. What is that? Text 2 lighter 90%. So let's go copy that. See if we can do that. We should be able to. Here it is. Because I want to have that. Here we go. Okay. Maybe it's a little too light. So we're going to go into the format and we're going to go into the shape fill. And we're going to go into the gradient. Nah, don't like that. Um, let us select maybe a darker color, a slightly darker color. We're here. Let's go to here. Let's go to my gradient as well. And let's see. Yeah, not too bad. All right, so let's take a look at how it looks. Okay, there's our add book author's key. It's not going to do anything. Let us see if we can't change our font. Better. Okay, so there's the add books author's key. Now we need two more keys on here, believe it or not, a confirm and a cancel. And those will be hidden, right? Those aren't going to be visible initially. So I'm going to stop for a moment here. And when we come back, well, let me finish it now. It's going to stop, but let's finish it now. We can use the same key motif for our confirm. We're going to put our confirm on this side. And we're going to make it just smaller. It's just a smaller key. I don't like it too big. There's a reason why, because there we go. I don't want it to be terribly big, but I want it to be something that will allow me to, we're going to copy that too. And we're going to put this key here now that's been copied right next to it. And the reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to run cancel over here. Okay. And let's see. We're going to go to properties, not properties, I'm sorry. Let's go to our format. Let's go to our fill. And now we're going to play an interesting game here. I lost it, fill again. There we go. Here we're going to do this in red, but we're going to go to more colors and we're going to make this quite light as sort of a warning. And let's go to our gradient as well. And it's choosing black on red, and I think because it's so light for red on red, let's make it a little bit lighter. I think it's a little too dark. Okay, that's good. There we go. So we open this up now here. And right now you can see the cancel and confirm keys. You may ask, well, why, why is the red sort of clashing with the red in the background? The answer is, yeah, it's a little clash there. We can always change colors in that background, but what we're going to do now is we're going to come in here to design view. We're going to go onto our properties of this key for our add book. We didn't name it. So we're going to put CMD add book AU. All right, book authors. Here we're going to have CMD cancel. And we don't need to have it. It's going to be, whenever I name a cancel or confirm button, it's going to be based on where it's located. So you could have cancel book author, but I mean, you could do this like this, but my view on it is cancel's cancel, no matter where it's located. We'll do it this way, just so you can see it. And then here, this one here is going to be, whoops, all right, CMD confirm, BKAU. All right, so we're going to save this. Look at it one more time. Make sure that things are placed in the right spot. Now this is going to go away. And not go away. It's going to be disabled once it's selected. You're going to ask the user, "Are you want to create a book?" You say yes, it'll disable. If you say no, it'll re-enable. And that's just like what we have here, right? It re-enables. So yes, it will disable, right? Booking data is appended, required every query to be visible, right? So here, what's going to happen is here, the cancel confirm will appear, the add button will be disabled. Actually, this should be, we should be more correct about this. Okay. Yeah. So cancel, confirm, appear, add book button disabled. Oh, no, wait a minute, wait. When we hit the add book button, so do you want to add a new book? Actually, right, yes, to cancel, confirm, appear, add book button disabled, and so on. No alerts the user, and actually, uh, this will not happen. Uh, well, you have to realize the moment you click that button, um, I'm just thinking, the moment you click that button, what's going to happen is it's going to ask the user, do you want to add a book? If you say yes, it'll disable the add book button. It'll bring up the cancel and confirm buttons. If you say no, it'll just enable them back, that add book button back, and the cancel confirm will stay disappeared. So this is correct. So if we come back here now, um, let us go and we're going to click both of these buttons. We're going to do two at this. You can do two controls at the same time. You can modify them, provided you have the same things within those controls. So visible. Well, visible isn't the case. Well, it is the case in this case. You have visible and you have the enabled. Remember I was talking about that? So visible is no for these, meaning I'm not going to see them. We'll see them here, but when we go to design view, I'm sorry, form view, oh boy, they're gone. But they're there. They're on the sheet. They're there. And the add book authors button is enabled. So you could have something invisible and disabled, all right, which you wouldn't really want. Um, but when we code this, what's going to happen is when you click this button, it's going to disable this button and create and bring those two buttons up and make them visible. And once that happens, we're going to now um, append the data, bring it in. At the same time, those buttons become visible and this button becomes disabled. All that happens in code, it flashes right before your eyes and it's done. Now, we're going to do the validation check as we said up here on the data. Okay, we're going to make sure that when we complete this process or don't complete it, that the users flash with a warning saying, hey, not all your data is present. Okay, and you need to do that or just cancel the process. And you can do that too. Okay. In this case now, just to give you a little understanding and warning here, and what I'm going to do, by the way, while we're here, well, oh, I see. We're going to leave it. I was going to basically try to, well, it's actually pretty good. Move the authors a little bit down, but I'm not going to monkey with that, I don't think. Let's see. Well, let's try. See what happens here. Whoops. Don't want to. Okay. And let's move over. Okay. And let's just bring this, was it down or up? Let's see. Down. Okay. So we're going to use my control key and just go down a smidgen. Let's see how it looks. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Oh, I see what I did. Control key, go down 2. Yeah, much better. Okay, so here now, we don't need an add authors key because, well, not exactly to the effect of when we're going to add the authors. When we edit the authors, we may have an add author key as well. We have to look at that and decide. But right now, as you see here, we're going to stop at this moment And when we come back in our next video, I need to break it up to make it simple for you to observe and understand. We're going to save this for a minute and go back into design view, and you can see those keys are here. What we can do, just to show it to you, we can show you a little bit of code. To disable a button, to enable a button. Either button being pushed, whether it's cancel or confirm, will re-enable the add author's book back, but they're different processes. We see here, we already have the edit book here, and we have the edit author here, and we have a delete author. Deleting a book, we might consider that too. So we'll think about that at some point, but I don't know if we want to delete a book. We could probably edit it, which would make more sense. Anyway, please like and subscribe as always. I am the database guy. It's here for you. It's all free. I know we're going a little bit slow, but when we come back in video 11, we're going to finish this off in terms of what other kinds of keys we may need, and look at some more logic. I know here this is pretty good because it gives you an overall of what's going to happen. So what we've done here is we've added this information with the cancel button and the other information with the confirm button. This here we forgot. So let's just move this out a bit. There we go. And this will be our, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, whoa. Okay. This will be our confirm button, right? Confirm. Oop, I spelled it wrong. There we go, confirm. So we've gotten all the keys we need for this process, and it's here. So the question will be, and we'll talk about it when we get back in 11, is how we want to deal with the authors. Anyway, like and subscribe as always. Have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you may be, and I'll see you soon.